Hello everyone, let's learn the rules and regulations of using adverbs of comparison. There are three types of adverbs of comparison. They are positive, comparative, and superlative adverbs. Positive adverbs of comparison are used to make general comparisons without directly comparing two or more things. For example, the house is big, his response is quick. Here you can see no direct comparison exists of the subjects with anyone. Below are a few rules for comparative adverbs. We use comparative adverbs when we compare the actions of two people or things. For example, the apple tree grows more quickly than the mango tree. Mark works harder than Aaron. In these examples, one action is compared for two different persons or things. We also use comparative adverbs when we compare the actions of one person or thing at two different times. For example, a seed germinates more quickly in the wet ground than in dry ground. Mark works harder now than he did last year. In these examples, one action from the same person or thing is compared at two different times. We use superlative adverbs when we compare the actions of three or more people or things. For example, Vicky works the hardest of the three. We use superlative adverbs when we compare the actions of one person or thing at three or more different times. For example, it rained the most heavily this morning. In these examples, one's action is compared with more than two persons or different times. Some words that are used as positive, comparative, and superlative comparison of adverbs are mentioned here. Normally, the word used in positive adverbs changed by adding er in comparative adverbs and est in superlative adverbs of comparison. To better understand, we are using adverbs of comparison in a few sentences. Ralph's response was quick. Ralph's response was quicker than Ian's. Ralph's response was the quickest of all. Before we start analyzing the above sentences, there are a few things that we must keep in mind. Quick is one syllable word like big, long, cool, strong, etc. The first sentence generally compares or gives the impression of Ralph's response with comparing it with someone else's. The second sentence compares the response of Ralph to that of Ian and declares Ralph's response to be quicker than Ian's. Now turning to the third sentence, we know that the response of Ralph is being compared with more than one person and therefore a word quickest is used. In the above three sentences, quick, quicker, and quickest are the positive comparative and superlative adverbs of comparison respectively. Here, a few things need to be remembered. Do not use two different comparative or superlative forms of adverbs together. Adverbs ending er or est cannot be used with more or most in the same sentence. For example, we should not say, the journey to school took more longer today than yesterday. Instead, we should say, the journey to school took longer today than yesterday. Some adverbs have irregular comparative and superlative forms. See the table below. The word adverb badly is changed as worse in comparative form and worst in superlative form. See the other words as well. So, we have to remember that most one-syllable adverbs take er in the comparative form and est in the superlative form. Adverbs with an ly ending take more in the comparative form and most in the superlative form. Below table included few words as example. The word adverb high is changed as higher in comparative form and highest in superlative form. The word adverb soundly is changed as more soundly in comparative form and most soundly in superlative form. There are different rules applicable for adverbs of comparison for more than two-syllable words. Let's consider the words comfortable, understandable, reasonable, affordable, responsible, etc. These words are three or more than three-syllable words. Their positive comparative and superlative forms are used in a little different way. For example, this house is affordable. This house is more affordable than the other one. This house is the most affordable of them all. The first sentence makes no direct comparison and uses affordable as a general comparison and is therefore positive adverb of comparison. The second sentence has a comparative adverb, more affordable, while the third has most affordable. Let's have a quick test. Carefully read the sentences provided here. Fill in the blank with appropriate adverbs of comparison. Let's check your answers. I hope you have learned the adverbs of comparison properly and filled the answers accurately.